just around waste, recycling and food waste. So obviously we do produce a lot of waste in our hotels, and particularly with our restaurants we see a lot of food waste. I've just popped up here a few of our key targets that we've got. So we're committed to sending none of our operational waste to landfill, which we meet every year, so 100% diverted from landfill. We're committed to reducing our food waste by 50% by 2030. And we've also signed up to the Plastics Pact to work with them on reducing a lot of some of our more problematic plastics, so the plastics that can't be recycled and the single-use plastics. So that's a stream of work that's ongoing at the moment. And we currently recycle about 50% of our operational waste, which I think is quite good compared to household recycling rates and other business recycling rates, is what I've been told, so great. And you can see, I think food waste is probably one of the most complicated targets that we have at the moment. So obviously you can imagine this can be impacted by what's on our menu, by the pack sizes that we procure, what we procure, when we procure it, how long we have it in our warehouses, and then obviously how we arrange our buffets, how much we put on the plate, and then the last bit is what our team members put in the bin. So we're really trying to, I guess, intersect each of those points across the chain that the food works down to understand how we can reduce at every point. And you can't just leave it up to team members to say don't put so much food waste in the bin. We're really clear that this is a problem that starts, from the very beginning when we design our menus. So we're being really cognizant of that. We've got a really great team, a cross-functional team working on food waste at the moment, kind of bringing together data from across the business and all the parts of that, I guess, journey. So that's something we're really hoping to move on in the next couple of years. We're currently tracking at about 10% reduction on our base year. And one thing to mention is just around food waste, that we do donate from our depots all the food that can't be sent to sites, and we donate that to charities such as FareShare, who then can distribute it to local community centres and food banks. And we'll touch on this briefly at the end, but we're also more and more looking at ways that we can pass on or ultimately, I suppose, recycle bigger bits of waste. So we've been working with a charity called Hope and Aid to help to convoy them across to Ukraine, to people who were displaced and are still obviously being displaced by the conflict there. And that's a really lovely story actually, because it was one of our team members in procurement who thought, we're doing a bedding refurb, we're changing all our bedding, what can we do with it that's useful? And everything obviously was happening in Ukraine, so we decided to try to move it over, and that's been a big project that I think has hopefully helped many people in dire situation. And we're now looking to work with other charities as well, whereby we can donate furniture that's coming out of our sites, or toiletries that we're not using, to charities that can distribute it to the equivalent of food banks, but for furniture and other kind of household goods.